Students, today we are going to deal with the chapter Light, Reflection and Refraction. In this lecture, I am going to cover two topics, that is introduction part and reflection of light. So let us quickly go to introduction part. So before going to chapter, we want to know the definition of light. So light is a form of energy that enables us to see things. Think that you are in a dark room. You cannot see any objects until and unless you switch on the light. If you switch on the light, light falls on all the objects. It reflects back to our eyes. Our brain processes this signal and enables us to see the things. So light starts from source and bounces off objects, which makes the things to visible to us. Okay, but light itself is invisible, but it makes the thing visible. That is the specialty of light. Okay, next, we are able to see through transparent medium as light is transmitted through it. I think you already learned what is transparent medium. So based on the transparency, there are three types of objects. First one is transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So transparent objects allows all the light to pass through it. Translucent object allows only a part of light to pass through it, and opaque objects will not allow any light to pass through it. Okay, so if you observe this diagram, the figure, you can see that in the first diagram the boy is holding a transparent material. Maybe you can think it as a glass piece. So we can see the boy's face through that glass. So light is passing through that, so we can see through the transparent medium. In the second the drawing, a girl is holding oil paper, you can think. So in the oil paper, only part of the light will be transmitted. So oil paper is an example for translucent object. And in the third case, you can think he is holding some wooden piece or a tiles piece. So there the image of the boy's face we cannot see completely. That is because it is a opaque objects where the light will not pass through it. So there are number of phenomena associated with light, such as image formation. You go in front of your mirror, right? So image will be formed. That is because of light. Twinkling of stars in the night time, that is also because of light. The rainbow formation, that is also because of light. So there are number of phenomena like this, mirages, all such things. We'll see, we'll study that in further classes. Next we'll go to reflection of light. So that's all for the introduction part. So let us go what is mean by reflection. So I think you already can see one image here, image on a person with a mirror. So let us, it is interesting, it is looking interesting, right? So let us see. A highly polished surface such as mirrors reflects most of the light falling on it. So how you can see clear image in the mirror when compared to water surface. Even in water surface we can see the images, but it will not be clear. But in mirror we can see the images clearly. That is because the mirror reflects most of the light back into the medium. So that's why we can see the objects clearly in the mirror. So what is reflection of light? If you say the bouncing back of light when it hits some obstacle is called as reflection of light. So three things will happen whenever light falls on any object. Three things will happen. One is reflection, another one is refraction and absorption. So usually reflection we are going to study now. We'll see about the refraction and absorption later. So absorbs means just absorbs the light. Refraction is we'll study in the further part of this chapter. Reflection means whenever light ray hits any part, any obstacle, it reflects back. Okay, that is called as reflection. So we are familiar with laws of reflection. I think you have studied in your lower classes. Let us just recall once both the laws. There are two laws. So first law, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Second law is the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal lie on the same plane. You may ask what is normal. I'll let you know in the next slide, in the next diagram. Yeah. So I think you all can observe this image. So in this image, light ray is coming. So actually number of rays will be hitting, but we are considering only one light ray. So it is coming and hitting the mirror and going back in the form of reflected ray. So arrow mark is shown. I think you can make out how it is coming and going. So normal is a line which is drawn perpendicular to the mirror surface. So I here is angle of incidence. So I think the arrow mark is showing you the angle should be measured between normal and the incident ray. R is a angle of reflection. That is also we have to measure with respect to normal. Next, normal is a line which is drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Here the reflecting surface is mirror to us. Okay, and point O, which is showing you the point of incidence. Why did I take this point? Because I want to explain you the second law of reflection. So at the point of incidence, the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. Suppose if you are seeing a computer screen or a mobile screen, so you think that the incident ray, reflected ray and normal are contained in that screen. So it cannot come out of the screen or go into the screen. Okay, so that is just for the imagination I told you. You can just understand that. Okay, so all three lines, all incident ray, normal and reflected ray lies in the same plane. Okay, I think you understood. You understood reflection of light. Okay. Characteristics of image formed on the plane mirror. So plane mirror you all have seen in your house, I think. So here I have shown in a diagram plane mirror. So characteristics, if we see virtual and erect. What is meant by virtual? Any images which we cannot catch on the screen, we'll call it as virtual images. Any images which we can catch on the screen, we can call it as real images. Erect means it is the image is upright. So here if you observe in this diagram beside, so boy is standing, his legs are he's standing and his head is coming straight like that only. It is upright only. The image is upright only. It is not inverted. What is inverted image? We'll understand later. Okay, as of now you can see the image is upright itself. And size of the image, if you see the object size and the image size in the diagram. So here the boy's image, whatever it is there, it is looking same size, right? So even in your house, if you observe a plane mirror when you are checking how good you are looking, right? So you see yourself with the same size. But if you go to any amusement park, marriages and all, so there will be different types of mirror which makes you bigger, makes you smaller. Your images will be smaller or bigger like that, right? But in your house, then a plane mirror will show you same size of the image size will be of same size of that of the object. Okay, the image formed is as far as the object in front of it. So if you observe in this diagram, so below that we have mentioned A and B. So where A is the distance between the mirror and the object, B is the distance between mirror and the image. So image is formed inside the mirror behind how much ever distance the object is. Okay, that is what is meaning. The image formed is as far as the object is in front of it. So here A is equal to B, we can say. So the same distance it will form. Yes or no? If you go one step backward, the image also goes one step backward. If you go one step forward, the image also comes one step forward. And then image is laterally inverted. This you can just easily you can understand. Just if you go and stand in front of the mirror, you lift your right hand, it looks like as if you are lifting your left hand. If you lift your left hand, it looks like as if you are lifting your right hand. So even in this image you can see the boy is just putting his hands left hand like this. Means if you observe in the image, so here it is showing like it is like a right hand. So that is what you can actually experience this in your house also. That is what is the lateral inversion. Okay, next, reflection of light in a spherical surfaces. Okay, how would the images form on the spherical surfaces? Let us check. Okay, in the spherical surfaces, the best example is, so the curved surfaces of a shining spoon could be considered as a curved mirror. So if you observe this diagram, so you can do this in your house also. The outer edge, the image from the outer edge, outer side of the spoon will be upright and straight. Okay, but if you observe in the inner side of the spoon, the image will be inverted. So that is what is inverted, I said. So in the plane mirror, the image will be just upright, it will not be inverted. All right. Next, mirrors whose reflecting surfaces are curved are known as spherical mirrors. So we may not have a spherical shaped mirror. So even if the reflecting surface is a curved shape, then also we will call it as spherical mirrors. We will study about the image formation on spherical mirrors in detail in our next lecture. That's it for today. Thank you. Hope you understood all the concepts.